Welcome to Industrial PLC Applications. This video is on counters part 3, up and down counters. Count up down counters are used to monitor and count a single process variable value. In situations where inventory can go up or down depending on demand, you need to have a common counter to keep track of the change in volume. This instruction works like a bank account. Deposits add to the balance and withdrawals reduce the balance, but both are working on the same account. This counter has 4 input variables that will trigger the action, and it also has the process variable. So with the .cu in this particular case, when proceeding logic for this variable goes from false to true, then the CD value is incremented by 1. With the .cd, when this variable goes from false to true, the .cd is decremented by 1. When the ctud.reset variable is true, then the CV is reset to 0. When the ctud.load variable is true, then the CD is loaded to the maximum value of the process variable. In this case, the process variable is the highest value the counter can achieve when counting up, or the highest value the counter will start from when counting down. We have 3 output parameters on the count up, count down counter. The CD is the current value of the counting action. The QU is energized anytime the current value is equal to the programmed value, and the CD variable is energized anytime the current value is 0. As with both the count up and count down counters, this instruction cannot count higher than the process programmed variable, or they cannot count lower than 0. Alright, so we're going to take a look at the count up and count down counter, and we're going to observe how the data gets put in, and then gets either decremented or incremented. So on this instruction, we have two different inputs, the CU and the CV. The CU is the one that the count up. It's always what counts up, and then it's the one that has the external indicator, whereas the other input is put into the box beside the CV. It also has a reset and a load. Because it's the two different counters working on the same variable, they have each have their own trigger rule to reset or reload. There is only one process variable, and that's the thing that's going to be either counted up to or loaded and counted down from. On the output side, if it reaches the maximum value, because you count it up to it, and you'll set the Q new output If it goes to 0, then you will reach the return on the QD output. So right now, the target we have is currently, let's give me a second, simulate it back to life. Okay, so currently what we have now values as they change. Okay, so when we're looking at the count-off anywhere that's loaded or reset, the number will fluctuate up and down. So I'm going to reset this by turning numbers over in a couple minutes. And you notice the current value is looking at like the bank account or total account balance. The trick to remember with this instruction is that you have the two counters, and if they were separate, then you'd be working on two different current value variables. In this case, we're working on one. And it just depends on whether we're adding to it or taking away from it. If you had an account balance, and in this case, say $75 in there, and that's the most you'll have in the bank on any time, it's an allowance or something, and as you spend money, it goes down, and as you get deposits, it goes up. So right now, we have a target $75, but we have actually the $2 account. So every time the deposit is initiated, the count goes up. But if you go out and spend some money, then every time you take money out, the account balance drops down. If you continue to have slow down. You can see that as fast as I'm clicking, the curve value is increasing. So once it gets to our process the current turns on the output. And notice I can still do the same, behaves exactly the same rate as a counter. I can continue to pick the count up. Keep on the right line, let's start the video, let's go back to the count up. So I can continue to count as I want, and it's not going to go anywhere. Now, if I hit the let's go to the reset, and I'm like that, and on my program here, this is the visual representation, and put on an output to show you the actual overdraft. If I hit the reset, the load, and then we put that back on. I've lost my QD is off because it's no longer true, and my QU has been energized. So it's the combination of the two counters put together into one package. And normally you also have other statements around other statements instructions usually. So, for example, if you had an inventory of, say, 100 boxes, And as you took away the boxes, the number would go down. And eventually it would reach to a point where, say, you had 15 boxes left. You have a compare statement to use and say, well, we're down to 15, you better top this back up. And if it doesn't, then at 0, you initiate a different action. But we're going to have another video that looks at the different compare the instructions that will actually show you how to take variable values and put them to work at different points. So a count up, count down counter is a combination of the up and down counter instructions, but works on a single program value and has a single current value. In our next video, we're going to look at working with nominees. Until then, thanks for watching.